Hey, what's up, TMF Cause? I'm doing these videos back to back, so yeah, I'm wearing the same shit. Anyways, I'm doing this video really quick again. Sorry for time, I'm just trying to get them out. This is about Candida albicans, and what it is, it's yeast. Fungus? Yeast turns into a fungus? Yeast that turns into a parasite. Feel free to look that one up too. I'm sorry I seem a little vague today, but like I said, I'm really strapped for time, and I'm just trying to get these out as quick as I can. So this is kind of following up with the After H. pylori video. I guess the After H. pylori video was more from 2011, early 2011 till 2014, 15. I can't say for sure. I mean, I don't know how long the overgrowth had been happening, but it definitely got shot into overdrive when I changed something in my diet, and that's what I'm going to get into right now. So it's believed that, you know, obviously if you're taking antibiotics, it's not a smart bomb. It's going to kill good bacteria in your body. And if there's less good bacteria in your body, it can cause overgrowth for, you know, yeasts, bad bacteria, all types of stuff that's not getting regulated by those good bacteria. Like these guys right here, the Candida, that's affected me in a horrible, horrible way. You can see, I think this on my face has something to do with it. I'm not going to get too close because I'm embarrassed right now. But anyways, Candida. How do you know you have Candida? How did I know I had Candida? Well, you know, after H. pylori, I think most of us have something going on that's negative, and we're constantly trying to adjust our diet or take in supplements or do something to counteract, you know, all the conditions we think we may be going through. Because if you've gone to your doctor or physician and you've inquired, you know, I still feel sick, is it H. pylori, I hope I still don't have it, this and that, and you can get tested negative and you still have conditions going on, and you're like, what the hell? Well, you could look up Candida right now and you'll find that there's easily 80 symptoms associated with Candida. So before you go jumping to conclusion and thinking that you have many, many diseases that I've read online, because, you know, we're all trying to do the best we can, and I mean, it's not, I don't know how, if any of us were doctors, I'm sure we have access to labs and equipment and everything and come up with something more definite, but I think most of us are going with our best guesses, and I'm trying to eliminate the guesswork for you. So for myself, early last year, we had a family member that was diabetic, and whenever their blood sugar dropped, their temperature dropped. And I had a situation myself where my temperature would drop. I would feel cold, and I would even check it with the ear thermometer, which is really accurate, that I had purchased. And I thought to myself at some time, I was wondering, you know, like, because after all the H. pylori stuff, you know, I got really more vigilant with my diet and my health, and I was thinking to myself, you know, could I possibly be diabetic? Is something going on with my blood sugar? So I waited till one of these episodes happened, and I purchased a small blood sugar tester online, glucose meter, whatever the exact terminology is, and I got it online, and I waited for one of these episodes to happen, and I checked my blood sugar, and it was fine. So I did it multiple times, and my blood sugar never came up anything bad at all. It was always, you know, between 80 and 100. It was always in perfect range. Until, let's see, I started having this, fine. If you can see, part of my beard is old and there's no hair. And if you, I don't know how well this is showing up, but there's actually a circle here that not, like, white hairs grow, or no hairs grow, sorry. I can't say S, bending forward. And seeing that, you know, obviously it's alarming, because how is part of my face aging and missing hair? I mean, I think anybody would, you know, I'm not the most vain person in the world, but I want to stay pretty as long as I can. So, needless to say, like I said, it was early in 2015 that I was checking out the whole blood sugar, I'm feeling cold type of thing. You know, was it related? And like I said, my test came up normal. So I went to the doctor when I had this happening and just did a wide variety of tests. And strangely enough, I came up pre-diabetic. And I thought to myself, how the hell could I be pre-diabetic? I mean, to be honest, after H. pylori, I don't eat as many sweets as I used to. Definitely on a daily basis. I mean, maybe like a holiday or something like that, but nothing so detrimental that I would think that, you know, unless it was hereditary, that there would be a reason that I would have diabetes, if that's even true. So I got the news from the doctor. They told me, hey, you know, you're pre-diabetic. You got to watch out, you know, for your sugar intake, this and that. And I was like, you know, that's really weird, and I didn't really understand why it happened. And when I saw this on my face, you know, and after I went to the doctor and everything, I myself don't like to just take one opinion. And if you go to multiple doctors from the same place, most likely they're going to give you the same opinion, because it's the protocol they have to follow for the hospital that they work at. So I started reading online and all this stuff, and I read something like about biotin, a supplement called biotin. I actually went over my diet and tried to look at my multivitamin and foods that I ate, and just tried to figure out, is there anything that I'm missing? What can I add to supplement what I might not be getting from foods to, you know, help this or help the condition that I had, anything. So I started taking a biotin supplement and a vitamin K supplement at the same time. The first night, I think, it was either the first or the second night, I started having crazy joint pains, and I was sweating at night like crazy. I felt really fatigued. It was basically like I got hit with like a flu, like all of a sudden, and more pain than I'm used to, even if you've ever had the flu, which most of us have. So I started thinking to myself, you know, it just happened. It has to be one of these supplements. I stopped taking the vitamin K, and I sweat that night again. And then I think it was the next night or the next day, it may have been a period of 1 to 2 days or 2 nights, that I switched it. I stopped taking the biotin, I took the vitamin K, and I stopped sweating. And I thought to myself, it's really weird that I'm sweating and I have all these side effects from biotin. I looked online, you know, if anyone else has had something similar happen with biotin, and they didn't. So I started just like, I guess, I forgot what I had looked at specifically, going on to just trying to find any more information about something in biotin. And I don't know if it was from that or something else. I guess I'm a little confused in my own story here, because so many things going on. But anyways, long story short, I came across an article of Candida, and exactly how I made the connection, it had to do with a small article I read somewhere about biotin not allowing Candida to go from the small, like, spore type of yeast into one of these fucking bad boys back here that'll fuck your shit up. I mean, look, it's kind of looking a little familiar, right? Like H. pylori almost, just a little different. It doesn't have those little tentacles, but it does have the back one there. Oh, my voice really changes when I turn my neck. Anyways, so I started reading about how biotin doesn't allow Candida to grow from one phase to the next. And when I read that, I started reading about like Candida symptoms and Candida die-off and all this types of stuff. And I said to myself, you know, that's really strange. Like, I you know, probably coincidence or something like this and that. But then I kept reading, and I read about how Candida can block insulin from being produced in your body. So if you don't have insulin in your body, what's going to happen to your blood sugar? I mean, come on. So that is what started making me think to myself, okay, maybe there's something to this. And I read of the symptoms of Candida die-off, and joint pain, feeling like the flu, feeling like you're sick, you know, all this stuff that seemed oh so familiar. And then the one thing that put it all together is that there's a pill. It's a chemical. It's molybdenum, because that's how you say it right? It looks like you'd spell it molybdenum, molybdenum, molybdenum. And what molybdenum does is it helps filter out acetaldehyde. Actually, it converts acetaldehyde into acetic acid in your body, which is a beneficial enzyme. It helps your body break down food. Okay, something like that. But feel free to Google that if you want more information. I'm just trying to set it up for you to understand some things you may need, because I'm going to talk about that in a second. If you think that you may have this, number one, I'd say just Google Candida and then, you know, you could read about it if you want, or Google Candida side effects or symptoms, and you will see like at least 80 symptoms, probably of which you may have. For myself, I had quite a few myself, so that, like I'm saying, it all started coming together in this weird type of way. And like I said, when I went to my doctor, you know, they told me, you know, you want to alter your diet, you want to do this and that, and come back in 6 months and we'll see how you are. Well, I went, you know, after the H. pylori thing, man, there's no time to bullshit. You got to jump on it. You got to hit it hard. So I read everything about, again, like having a diet that, you know, can kill the Candida, supplements that will kill Candida, things you can take to counteract the side effects of Candida. And needless to say, I got tested only 2 months later. I practically begged my doctor to test me. Actually, she's nice, and I didn't really beg her, but I did email her a few times. And she said, okay, come back in, and we'll see. And believe it or not, I was back in range. I think, was at like 117, I think, was my glucose fasting test. And when I went back, it was 101. So, you know, extremely dropped in a short amount of time. Similarly, like how it went up. Now, how did it go up? This will be the craziest thing, and I'm sorry it's kind of all over the place. I hope you're, and I talk a little fast, I've been told, so I hope you're keeping up here. But the craziest thing, I went on a fruit smoothie, like a diet, not like it's all I drank, but every morning I had these huge fruit smoothies, and I didn't really think to myself the tremendous amount of sugar it has. But not only that, there's something else inside that helps the Candida grow. And I mean, beyond grow, this shit fucking mutated into something nasty, because, like I'm saying, the super fast shift in my health, and things that just started happening, and the way that I felt was definitely, I mean, I started beyond bloat. I mean, beyond bloat. I almost look like I might have had a baby myself, which is pretty funny. Just say, not to live. Yeah, that's what I believe kicked it into overdrive. I may have potentially been having like a small problem, and all of a sudden it just blew up where you couldn't help but notice it, because supposedly Candida can spread to different parts of your body. I mean, I read all types of things that are evil about Candida, but number one, like we all know, this is mainly digestive tract issues. So from your mouth to the out, you know, that Candida could be, you know, you ever look at your tongue and there's all this white stuff inside? What do you think that is? It's not magic sauce. No, there's a small, there's Candida in all of us. It's similarly, like even like H. pylori, it's an overgrowth that can get you. My belief for H. pylori is it's geographical, because why would some people have symptoms and some people not? And at least to my knowledge, there's no beneficial bacteria in our stomach, because it can't survive the acid unless it's lactobacillus. And then, anyways, we'll stay away from the probiotic stuff. That'll be like video 5 or 6 or whatever, because that's so much up in the air. So back to Candida. Easiest way to test yourself for Candida, I would say, beyond the stupid spit in a cup test, because I mean, how conclusive is that really? Get a biotin supplement. I would say, I think it's 5,000 milligrams, I believe. Whatever the milligrams you see, it's going to be like 1,000, 2,000, whatever. Get the one that's the 5. I think it's 5,000 milligrams. Get that, take it, and also get molybdenum. Get that, because if you do start to experience the Candida die-off, it's like a freight train hitting you. Believe me, you will be miserable. And my overgrowth must have been a long time, because I know someone else that did it and their symptoms went away particularly fast. For me, it was a good month and I would say a little over the month and a half mark, where I started not really bothering me as much as it did. So if you do take a biotin and you feel like crap, you get sweats at night, you get joints pains, you feel like you get joint pain, you feel like you have bloating, or in the night, like you're sweating, I think I said that, or yeah, flu-like symptoms is what I was looking for. If you have like flu-like symptoms, you get congested, all this types of stuff, most likely you have a Candida overgrowth, which I'm sorry that you have it, but I would say that it's somewhat like the Candida. It's not, I mean, it's so much like H. pylori. It's not the hardest thing to treat in the world if you're willing to make some sacrifices. So what I did for, again, I think it was 60 days, you can look up, I don't want to say the name brand because I don't, like I said, I don't endorse anything. You can go ahead and look online for things that support Candida. That's as much as I'm gonna say. I'm, like I said, if I'm not involved in something or I'm not with something, I'm not a fucking spokesman. I'm not like the people you see on some of these for H. pylori Matula things where they give you links to places to buy shit. Nah, I don't do that, and I'm not trying to sell you shit. This health thing that I'm on, it's all for free, because if you've ever been sick, you know that this is how it should be. I mean, if it wasn't for the internet as well, I mean, I wouldn't be well. I mean, I did some work. I would say a lot, but I did some work, and hey, I'm trying to get back as much as I can. So again, if you're trying to deal with this, if you take the biotin and you do notice, or I mean, maybe you could get what supports Candida, or some other Candida killing supplement. You know, you could look up online. I would definitely say that won't work. And virgin organic coconut oil in a capsule form, I actually believe that thing might have been a more tremendous help as well. And you can get that. That's just the name of what it is. Whatever brand it is, you can go ahead and buy it. But I also started taking that as well because I was trying to do as much as I can. But Candida loves sugar, carbs, a lot of stuff like that. So definitely feel free to look up just the Candida diet. Like I was saying, similarly, like for H. pylori was the alkalinizing foods and the acid forming foods, and then you're just kind of separating them to change the environment that the H. pylori lives in. Same like you're trying to change the environment that the Candida lives in, and then give it something that it can't take. Now, something that I noticed, okay wait, I'll go into that in a second. So for Candida, do 60 days, take the thing that supports Candida, or, you know, like I'm saying, it's even trial and error. I feel like mine worked a lot because I don't have food allergies anymore. That was the hugest thing that helped me out. And I will write in the little detail below, I'll write more specifically what to take. I know I'm kind of, it's just the whole, like I'm saying, I don't like mentioning brand names because I don't ever want someone to say, oh, he's getting money, he's trying to sell some shit. Not on this level. No, I don't play that game. So go ahead and look down there. I'll just get into what I was going to say about Candida and H. pylori, is that supposedly Candida likes an alkaline environment, and I think that there's supposedly a certain part of the small intestine where it likes to reside because it's, you know, there's a different pH from your mouth to the out, and it changes, you know, all the way, with obviously the most acidic place being in your stomach and the more alkaline place being somewhere in your small intestine, I believe. So I think that's like where it likes to hang out. And the whole thing that's really troublesome about dealing with these is about getting the supplement to where it needs to be to affect it before it's digested into your body and used, and it's not as potent, you know, to have an effect on the Candida. So, you know, those coated capsules that are time released work pretty well, in my opinion. But I do think these two may be related, because if you're de-acidifying your body, and Candida likes to grow in an alkaline environment, if acid is not going farther down, or, you know, kind of going into your body, maybe it gives it the environment to live. I don't know, but I would love to, you know, communicate to anyone else that's dealing with this and kind of, you know, exchange ideas and get a better understanding if anybody has something on this, because the better the information is, obviously, the more people it's going to help, because the results will come quicker, and, you know, more people will follow up and get together and help ourselves live well, which, you know, hey man, I enjoy all the goofy videos online. I'll be making some myself. I love watching music and all these clips and everything too, but, you know, if ever there was something that could really benefit, you know, obviously, like I'm saying, I mean, I would want to work on music. It's not like I don't want to make these videos. I would rather be working on music, but this is a priority first. So, you know, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing it. Again, I'm sorry if it's not perfectly edited and put together in a certain kind of way, but I'm really constrained for time. It's, you know, I only got so much time before I'm going back to sleep and I'm going to work and doing other things I have responsibilities to do, and so I'm just trying to get these done before I pass out myself and go to sleep and get ready for tomorrow. Yeah, if anybody has any information, you have any questions, you have anything about it, feel free to drop something in the comments. I hope I didn't ramble too long. I have no idea how long this lasted. I don't have a watch on, so it's kind of funny I looked at my arm. But yeah, again, it's TMF Cause. This is my quick Candida video, and hopefully I probably rambled too much to give you some solid information. I mean, you probably got a lot of information to have an understanding of it, but what to do will definitely be written below. So check it out. I hope it helps. Peace, wellness, happiness. Wealth is probably like on the 17th of the list of important shit. I know, not in our culture these days, but we're gonna get on that soon. I'm gonna hit you with some music. I hope you appreciate it. It'll be coming up. I ain't got the Track Slapper shirt on, but I got the other one representing Eventual Epidemic. Boom! Anyways, peace.